The execution was broadcast across all channels of the Galactic Imperial Network. Ambassador Sarah Chen, Earth's first diplomatic representative to the Krygelian Empire, stood with her head held high as Emperor Vax Nor read the charges: espionage, sedition, and contamination of imperial culture. Let this human's death serve as a reminder that the Krygelian Empire tolerates no interference, the Emperor declared, his violet eyes gleaming under the 7 ceremonial crowns. Humanity will learn its place in the Galactic Order. Sarah's final words were transmitted before the signal was cut. Remember who we are. The news reached Earth within hours. The United Earth government convened an emergency session, broadcast globally, without encryption or delay. The faces of the council members were ashen, their voices steady. For 2 centuries, humanity has maintained peace with every species we've encountered, President OK4 announced. Today, that era ends. The vote was unanimous. War. Admiral Helena Reyes stood on the bridge of the UES Defiant, watching the deployment of Earth's seemingly modest fleet. 300 ships against the Empire's 10,000. The Krygelians had governed thousands of worlds for millennia. Humans had barely colonized their own solar system. They think us weak because we sought peace, Reyes told her officers. They mistake patience for cowardice, restraint for inability. The Empire's intelligence reports described human vessels as underarmed, their technology primitive. What they failed to understand was that humanity had never needed to weaponize their greatest innovations until now. The first Imperial border outpost fell within minutes. No survivors, no distress signal sent. The second and third disappeared just as quickly. By the time the Empire realized they were under attack, 15 strategic positions had gone silent. Emperor Vax Nor summoned his war council. How are they bypassing our defenses? He demanded. Grand General Krex, veteran of 100 conquered worlds, appeared confused. The humans are using technologies we've never seen. Their ships move through our detection grids as if they aren't there. They're deploying something that disables our systems before we can even identify them. Impossible, the Emperor roared. Their survey data showed no such capabilities. They showed us what they wanted us to see, replied the Imperial Science Advisor quietly. I believe they've had these technologies for decades, perhaps centuries. They simply never weaponized them. Until now. On the 50th day of the war, Admiral Reyes stood on the bridge of the Defiant as it entered orbit around Krugel Prime, the Imperial homeworld. Half the Empire's fleet had been neutralized, the other half scattered across the galaxy trying to defend critical worlds. They're hailing us, Admiral, her communications officer reported. The Emperor is requesting terms. On screen, Reyes ordered. Emperor Vax Nor appeared, his 7 crowns noticeably absent. Admiral, this conflict has gone far enough. We are prepared to offer reparations for the unfortunate execution of your diplomat. Reyes smiled without warmth. You mistake our purpose, Emperor. We're not here for reparations. Then what do you want? Territory? Technology? Name your price. Justice, she replied simply. And to correct a misconception, you believed you were showing the galaxy your power by executing Ambassador Chen. Instead, you revealed your fundamental misunderstanding of humanity, which is, the Emperor asked, visibly unsettled, that our restraint was a choice, not a limitation. For thousands of years, we fought ourselves, nearly destroying our world multiple times. When we finally united and looked to the stars, we made a promise. We would never bring our capacity for war to other worlds. Reyes leaned forward. You forced us to break that promise. The terms were non-negotiable. The Krygelian Empire would be dissolved. All subjugated worlds would be granted independence. And Emperor Vax Nor would personally stand trial for war crimes, not under human law, but under the laws of the very species he had oppressed. As Imperial Palace guards escorted their former emperor away, he turned to his science advisor. How could we have miscalculated so severely? The advisor watched the human ships in orbit through the palace windows. We assumed that a species that chose peace must be incapable of war. We never considered that their capacity for violence might be precisely why they valued peace so highly. 3 months after Ambassador Chen's execution, the galaxy had been fundamentally reshaped. The former Empire's worlds established a new galactic confederation, with humanity not as conquerors, but as advisors. And above the United Earth Government headquarters in Geneva, a new motto was inscribed below Ambassador Chen's memorial. Remember who we are, not for what we can destroy, but for what we choose to build.